Hi and good morning. I haven't seen you guys for such a long time. It's been a real roller coaster in life with us in Australia. So we've moved, we've done lots and lots of different things over a period of time. But today I thought I would check in because I've been missing in action for such a long time with videos and doing updates and stuff like that, that I thought I'd check in and just reiterate something that was important to me and still is important to me, and that's about budgeting. We fall off the wagon. Well, I've fallen off the wagon and then got back on and fallen off and got back on. So it's a long time, a journey. In the meantime, I've paid off some debt. So we're always okay with bills, which is most important. Everything is paid up to date. So that's really, really good. But I wanted to go back to a simple idea that struck me many years ago. And I think I did a video, I don't know, would have been 2016 or 15, somewhere around then, about these wallets, the Savvycents wallets. And I know that I showed you this wallet in that video. It's a very, very long time ago. So in my life, I got caught up in buying bits and pieces, different things, trying to see what worked, when in actual fact, I didn't really need to do that. Although I did. I went back to my original, which is what I'm using currently, the Savvycents wallet. This was a simple wallet, but it had everything I needed. I in fact bought 2 or 3 different colors of them, so I've still got 2 or 3 different colors, so I alternate. But I'm back into the very original one, the very first one I got, and it's working because I got caught up into, and I'll show you. Simple, but it works, and then your money and all that's there. I got caught up into a digital world, but in real life that doesn't work for me. We're on a fairly fixed income, so you know what happens from pay to pay, month to month, doesn't really change dramatically for us. So I found, and this is over my experience over a long period of time, cash is king. Cash is the best way for me. Digital, I did get caught up in that, using that for quite a while, and I'd always forget what I actually spent, even though I'd written it down, and I'd forget one or another, whatever was going on, and it was a bit of a mess. So over a long period of time, through trial and error, and that's how I've learned, I am now sticking to my cash budgeting wallet. I have a couple here to show you. That's the Savvycents in a different colour, and I have just moved out of that one because it's spring here in Australia very shortly, so I'm feeling springy, so I thought I'll go back to my original wallet. I don't know if the company is still in existence. I assume it is. It's an American company, but it's called Savvycents. Now these wallets, and as I can say, even though I've alternated, it's still in pristine condition. Nothing's torn, nothing's worn out, and probably the fact that I changed them around a little bit, so you know I don't wear it to death and then go on to another one. I keep changing depending on how I feel, but this is the one I've gone back to. The grey one, and there's a brown one I've got somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. It's the same principle. Everything is the same. The zip on the back for your coins. Now, I know that the updated version of those, they have the zip inside. So I don't know what that's like because I've not got one. But I just know that these, if you're ever thinking about buying a wallet that you think is going to last longer, leather's great, that these are much more affordable. If you're thinking about buying something that you want to know whether they're going to last the distance, this will tell you. If you go back to 2015, I think it was 2015-16 when I first got this wallet, and it still looks as good as. And I'm not talking about I use it for a day. I might use it for 6 months to a year, then change it out, and it's still looking good. I've wiped it over a couple of times with a bit of dishwashing liquid on a soft cloth. No, nothing abrasive. A very soft cloth, and it comes up a treat. There's nothing wrong with this wallet at all. It's not broken inside at all. It's still really, really functional. The zip still works. There's no rips or tears in it. I've still got my coins in there. It's not even that dirty. There's a few marks here and there, but nothing bad. So I just wanted to pop in and tell you that we're still here. We're still living our life and enjoying our life, but I am really firm about having gone back to cash, because I believe that for us works well. That way you can really control what you're spending and put a stop on any emotional buying, anything that really pulls you out of your determination to save. COVID changed that a lot for me, because everything went online, and that's where the digital changes came in for me, particularly when you couldn't even get out to buy stuff. You had to just buy everything online and hope for the best, because we still had postage here in Australia. I'm not sure about where other places, but I'm sure you did. And that's where the digital really kicked in for us, and it took a long time to get back out of that habit of just tapping, and not knowing exactly what you had in there. So when you went to pay for something, it declined the payment because there was no money in there, of course. So, and there was sometimes a lag between paying for something and it posting to your bank account. So there wasn't always instant. I always thought it was, but it's not always instant in my experience. So I learned to go back to the basics, and that's why I'm doing this video, just to tell you that cash is really beneficial. And I've bought lots and lots of folders and planners and all sorts of things, but for me the uncomplicated way is the best way, and that's with my simple wallet. It's not that heavy. I've got a lot in it, but it's not that heavy. And I find I carry this now everywhere with me, and it's colourful, so you're not going to miss it, because as I'm getting older, you know, if you have black everything, you can't see where it is in a hurry. I just pull this out, and because it's got stuff, they're not in envelopes, because I have done that as well, but it's a little bit awkward. This one, you just pull the category out. So I've got the categories here. You just pull it out and use the money that's in there, or part of what you need. I've put my own categories in there. I did have these plastic things, but I took them out. I was watching a lady on here called Kelly Ann Smith, and I can't remember what it was called, Freedom in a Budget or something like that. It was called her channel. And she did the same thing. She put the labels here. And I just thought, what a great idea. That's a fantastic idea, because I found the plastic things they'd get in the way, and they were breaking. So this is so much better, and I just have no problem with it at all. No problem. And I've got that little piece, although I don't actually use that tab all that much. I do at the moment because I've got a notebook in there, but that closes up across the top there. It's fantastic. So that's me in a nutshell. Gone back to my Savvycents. I am going to do, I know I haven't done this for many years as well, do an update. I still love my Vera Bradleys. I had a bit of a journey with those, had a break, gone back to what I can get hold of, because being in Australia, a lot of it you can't get overseas, but I've had a bit of luck getting a few from Amazon in Australia, but I'm not buying any more because I've got plenty. But I'm going to do a bit of an update of what I have got currently, and what doesn't feel as good quality as it used to. And now I've only ever bought the original styles from America, or from somebody else that's bought them from America, because I've obviously not been to America, but I noticed the quality is not what it was. That could be just me, but I've noticed that in some ways they're better, and in some ways they're not, depending on the fabric. There's a microfiber particularly I don't like, because it just grabs all the fluff. Even if you don't see the fluff, you're out and about and you put it somewhere, and you put it down somewhere, and it'll just grab everything, dirt, everything. And I don't like that. I like the floral ones where, you know, maybe they were cotton, but you don't see the dirt as much. Anyway, that's a beef, but I'll get into that with my next video. But I won't leave it all these years later. I will actually get back to you and say hi. I'm going to do a video over a period of time with my Vera Bradleys, and maybe an update with my cash savings, and trying to get back into the swing of that, because it became a bit of a chore having to do it every fortnight, especially when I found that our budgeting wasn't always that balanced. Some Sometimes we had a very little to spend, sometimes we had a lot. And either way, we still try to put it into our categories, but sometimes it just didn't work. When you have a big expenditure like a fridge or something you have to buy, which you don't think is going to happen often, but we bought 2 in a matter of, I don't know, 5 years, which is, they're not cheap items. So yeah, that sort of thing. The things in life that sometimes just happen and you've got to go with the flow. So yeah, I'll get back onto you again at some point in the near future. And I hope you're all really doing well. I hope you're all still keeping an eye on YouTube and getting a bit of inspiration, because I think that's what YouTube was always about for me. Being inspired, being encouraged to move forward a little bit instead of sitting there wondering. And I hope that's what you get out of this. Anyway, good to see you all again. Bye for now.